guys, it's Reagan and we are starting 2021 off with a bang. For today's video, I am going to be showing you guys what is in my DIY 72-hour emergency bug out bag. This video is exciting not just because of its contents, but also because this video is going to be starting off a new series that I'm doing. So I'm basically going to be doing updated versions of all my pre-existing emergency kits. So my first aid kit, my car emergency kit, and my home emergency kit. So super excited to share this with you. And I'm also super excited to take you guys into those new and updated kits because emergency kits are always evolving. You should always be working to improve them, to make them better, lighter, sleeker, more efficient, all that good stuff. Now, with that being said, I do have two little disclaimers for this video. The first is you're gonna notice one kind of very important thing in this kit is lacking a little bit, so I will explain that later, but that kind of brings me into the second disclaimer. Please watch the whole video before you go and comment saying that I forgot something, because this is going to be a very in-depth video, and so please make sure that you watch it all before you go and say, oh, you should have added this, you forgot this, etc. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into the bag. So, this is my whole emergency bag, just kind of an overview. This is a Patagonia backpack. I don't know the specific model. This was just an old backpack that I used for school that I did not need anymore, so I wanted to use it. Eventually, I will probably invest in a bigger backpack, but this is totally gonna do for now, and it fits everything in it perfectly. On the very front of this bag, I have a battery-powered fan and a knife right here clipped onto the bottom. So they do hang off, but I literally practiced running in this, and they weren't like smacking anything or flying off since they're on the bottom, but they do still have some support. So that is that. On this top handle, I have a hat, same thing. It kind of flops, but it's fine. And then right here on this shoulder strap, I have a safety whistle attached for obvious reasons, in case I'm needing to find somebody or in case somebody else is needing to find me. It does have a lanyard too, so you don't have to put it on a bag. That is the outside of the bag. In this pocket, obviously, I have a water bottle. Aren't you proud of how like color coordinated this whole thing is? I'm proud. And then on the other side is a bottle of sunscreen. Now, this is a big bottle, so I totally understand wanting to go with the smaller bottle. This is just the extra bottle that we had, so I wanted to throw it in here. And I also have ordered an extra life straw to go in this, but it's delayed because of COVID. So that would also go in this pocket over here with the sunscreen. Now, like I said, this is gonna be very in-depth, so bear with me. All right, so on the very front of the bag, I have this fanny pack, which actually matches the backpack, and I have it strapped in, so it's not going anywhere. So it can stay attached to the backpack, or obviously I can take it off and put it on me, no big deal. I'm not gonna take anything out of this fanny pack because I don't wanna accidentally like show any personal info, but in this fanny pack I have cash, small bills, some change. I also have copies of me and my husband's driver's licenses, as well as copies of our passports. So this is just a great place to keep stuff that you need to get to easily. So there's that. Now the other thing that I keep in this fanny pack is a charger, as well as this little solar power charger. I got this on Amazon. It was only about $15, but this is a USB charger, and it has another kind of charger on it. I don't know which kind it is though. It has two USB ports, and then it also has a little charger, which I know that this would work for my camera, but I don't really know what the other port is called, but I think it's the same charger that you would charge like a Nintendo DS from. So anyways, but this is something that I could clip to the outside of my bag. It can be charging while I'm walking, etc. And it also comes with the like cords. It also comes with a carabiner. It comes with a little light too that you can attach to it. So this is very versatile, super inexpensive, and I definitely think that would be beneficial in a lot of different instances. So that is what is in that pocket. Now there's also this big main pocket, which is kind of hard to get to, so bear with me. But in this pocket, I have a packet of tissues. I also have this, which is a waterproof case that you can stick your phone into. I also have a lanyard for it as well, and a tampon, just because you never know. All right, so now moving on to this first pocket here. All right, so the first thing that I see when I open this up is this lanyard. This is just in case I need to attach anything to me, including that like phone case that I just showed. This also has a key to our cash safe, as well as my little Swiss Army pocket knife. This isn't like a super heavy duty one, but this has a couple, this literally has a nail file on it, also has some scissors, all that good stuff. Next thing I have is a bundle of paracord with an extra carabiner on it. Now, we've hit the part in this video where you're gonna realize what it is that is lacking. And that is food. So the issue that I have is I have a gluten allergy, and it is very, very hard to find good quality prepackaged gluten-free foods. It is also extremely difficult to find gluten-free emergency preparation foods. So we have all seen those little like ration packs that are meant to be like, that's all you need for like a day. Those are not gluten-free, and a lot of just add water foods that would be beneficial for like a home emergency kit are not gluten-free. So I'm kind of asking for y'all's help in this area, because I am kind of struggling to find some good gluten-free products that would be beneficial for this kit. So I don't have a lot of food in my backpack, definitely not enough to last me 72 hours. But enough to kind of give me some energy, some protein, all that stuff. So the first thing that I have are 2 packets of tuna. These are ready to eat. These both last until, this one lasts until March 2022, and this one lasts until May of 2023. So these last for an extended period of time. They are ready to eat. And like this one has 16 grams of protein, this one has 18, so lots of protein. And out of the tuna packs, these are the higher calorie ones, so each pack has over 100 calories in it. Now I know that probably doesn't seem like a lot to some of you, but my calorie requirement is lower than a lot of people's, so I have 2 of those. I also have 2 little protein bars. So these are from my favorite brand. It's the One brand. They are gluten-free. They only have 1 gram of sugar. But this one is a plant-based one. It has 12 grams of protein. And then this one is just a normal one, and it has 20. Both are around 200 calories. And then I also have this little container of peanut butter. Each of these contains like 250 calories. I don't know the protein though, but yeah, so these would definitely be beneficial. And like I said, I know that that is not 72 hours worth of food, but you do what you can do. I could probably add in some more protein bars, but it's gonna depend. The next thing that I have in this bag is this container, which actually I bought on Amazon as a complete set, but you can buy the container separately. So this is a waterproof match holder. It comes with waterproof matches as well as an extra strike pad. So I just thought that this would all be beneficial. For me, it was cheaper to like buy this entire set than to like buy the container, buy the matches, buy the strike pad. I want to say this was around $10. This and another item in my kit were the 2 things that I was like, is it worth it though? Because the prices were kind of crazy compared to the product itself, so you might be able to find them cheaper somewhere else. All right, the next thing in this bag that I have down in the bottom, I have some caffeine tabs. So each tablet has 200 milligrams of caffeine, which I'm pretty sure is like just over the amount that you would have in a cup of coffee. So this would be beneficial for keeping me awake, and especially if sleep is limited, providing me a little bit of energy. And then the next thing in this bag is some glucose tablets. So I am hypoglycemic, and so one thing that worries me being in an emergent situation is if I am not able to get to food, especially like protein heavy food, that my blood sugar would drop and get too low. So that's why I included some glucose tablets. So the final thing in this front pocket here is this baggie, which kind of works to keep all of the things in here waterproof. So the first thing in here is this little like glow stick. So it comes with a lanyard. You can wear it around your neck or attach it to a backpack. I got this at Dollar Tree. The next thing also got at Dollar Tree is this little pocket lighter. And I mean, look at that. Like, that's a pretty heavy duty lighter. So this would be beneficial if I'm needing to start a fire. I would use this as a backup. You know, having multiple sources of fire, since I already do have the matches, just having multiple sources of starting a fire is beneficial. I also have some AA batteries. I feel like these are more, like, you need these more often than AAA batteries. I don't have anything in my kit that requires batteries, so this would just be beneficial if, you know, somebody else needed them, or if I found something that needed them. And then the final thing in here, so this was the other thing that I was talking about, like money-wise, that I was kind of like, is it really worth it or not? This is a weather radio that I got at Academy. This was $40, which, I mean, that might be reasonable to you. That was a little bit expensive to me, but for the product itself, so this is a weather radio. It is solar powered, but then you can also crank it to get power. Obviously FM and AM radio. It does have an antenna. It also has some USB port that you can charge it with, so it can be charged multiple different ways. It also has a flashlight, so low light, high light, as well as flashing. I thought that that would be beneficial in lots of different circumstances, and so that's why I decided to go ahead and include it in my kit. You know, it is one of those things that is variable and has lots of potential. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys what is in this main big compartment of the backpack. So the first thing that I'm pulling out is my old workout shoes. So pretty much anytime I get a new pair of workout shoes, the old ones get put into my emergency kit because I know that they're worn in, they're comfortable, they're durable. Obviously, if this pair had like holes in it or something, I would not include them. But I know that these fit and I know that they work for me, so that is why I included them. The next thing is this bag that I have pushed all of the air out of, so I'm not gonna open it just because it would take me a hot minute to get it back in. But in this bag, I have a blue thermal shirt, as well as a black short sleeve men's activewear shirt. I'm sorry, but men's activewear quality and men's clothing in general is so much better quality and it's cheaper. That is a rant for a whole other time, but if you're gonna include clothes in your kit, I would head to the men's section first, honestly, because you're gonna get better activewear clothing, you're gonna get better cargo pants, better socks, all that stuff. So yeah, that is a rant for a whole other time, but yeah. The next thing is another bag that I've sucked the air out of to keep it waterproof and tight. But in this bag, I have a pair of men's fishing pants. So these are zip-off pants. They have lots of pockets, as well as a black hoodie-style windbreaker. So that way I have lots of layers, lots of options for weather. If you have seen my car emergency kit, then those clothes should be familiar to you. I had to kind of do some prioritizing and do some rearranging, and I felt like the clothes would be better in my emergency kit as a priority for my backpack rather than my car. So that is why you've probably seen that stuff before already. The next bag, very similar, another waterproof bag, In this bag, I have a couple different things. So I actually have a washcloth and a pair of wool socks. I also have a pair of underwear, a sports bra, some new socks, and another package of tissues, as well as a laundry detergent pod. That might seem kind of odd, but I'm sorry if I'm dirty and I've been running for days and have the opportunity to clean my clothes, then I'm going to use it, and I'm going to be very thankful that I have this pod. The next thing in here are these flushable wipes. These also serve many purposes, which is why I included them. They can be used in place of toilet paper, but they could also be used to wipe off your whole body if you can't get to a shower. And these are biodegradable, so that's very handy, good to keep in mind. And they are gentle on your skin, gentle on the environment, so it's a win-win. All right, now the last two things in this kit do have multiple items in them, so I am gonna kind of go in depth. The first is this waterproof container that I got at Walmart. This one was maybe $6 or $7, I believe, and I'm gonna try to open this without spilling everything out. I did it well earlier. So this is kind of a hygiene box for me. Some people might not think that this is necessary or think that the stuff in it is necessary, but I had room to it, and this whole box is so light. Honestly, I want to say it weighs maybe 2 pounds. In this side, I have pads. These are not the best quality, but they fit perfectly. So I have some pads and a couple of tampons. And then on this side, I have a toothbrush, toothpaste, mouthwash. I have some feminine wipes. I have a comb, chapstick. I have some of those little like dental pick things. I have hair bands, lotion, and in this little jar, I put 7 days worth of my allergy meds, as well as my one and only prescription medication that I use. So again, this is super small, super light. It is waterproof, which is really nice. And it does have this lovely little handle on it, so you can hang it, you can clip it to the outside of your backpack, but it also makes it nice and easy to get out of my backpack. I think a lot of people tend to overlook products like that, like hygiene products. They see them more as a comfort thing, and so they don't think that it is necessary to put into their kit, which I totally understand. But as a woman, I want to make sure that I have feminine hygiene products, because I cannot even imagine getting stuck in a situation like that where I don't have access to those products. As well as, like I said, I mean, that bin is so lightweight. I had room in it to include a toothbrush. Those things are important to me. So, and that's what these kits are all about. It's all about prioritizing, and it's all about including what is important to you and your family. Which kind of leads me into the last thing of this kit, which is a first aid kit. Now, this is a pretty heavy duty first aid kit compared to a lot of the ones that I've seen in backpacks like this. A lot of people might throw in a couple band-aids, maybe some gauze pads, and they'll call it good. I'm sorry, but that is pathetic. Being in a first aid situation and not having what you need can be fatal. It can be deadly. So being prepared as far as first aid goes is so important. So this bin is another waterproof bin from the same brand as the other one. It has the same handle on it, so you could hook it to something, but it also makes it super easy to pull out of my bag. So I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna show you guys what is in here. So the very first thing, let me kind of show you guys an overview. The very first thing is some antibacterial wet wipes. You can use these on your hands. I also have some petroleum jelly, so this is great for cracked skin, cracked lips, but also good for putting over a wound or a cut before you dress it. The next thing in here is this little like white Johnson & Johnson first aid kit, which you see is like the main first aid kit for a lot of emergency bags and bins and all that stuff. And so in here there are some band-aids, there are some gauze pads, so this will be you know, easy to grab if somebody just needs a band-aid, But as far as first aid goes, I feel like people tend to not be in depth enough with this. I do have some other band-aids included of different sizes, but then I also have some waterproof band-aids in addition to some of these band-aids that go like on the tip of your finger and like the knuckle band-aids, the butterfly shaped band-aids. I also have a rolled gauze pad. Now, one of the most important things that you can have in a first aid kit is a tourniquet. I actually bought a pack of tourniquets on Amazon. I believe it was a pack of 6 for like $10. They're different colors, so they're easy to spot. Here's what this one is. It's still in a package. And so I'll kind of show you guys this one that's out of the package. So how it works is you've got this long strap. Very quickly, you can clip it together and then tighten as tight as you need to. You can keep pulling. And then there's a button here that releases it for when you don't need it anymore. So it will kind of go like this, and then you can keep tightening it. That is the basic of the tourniquet. The good thing about the tourniquet too, the reason that I included 2 in this kit is because let's say you slap on a tourniquet, it's not being effective, you can add on a second one. So to cut off blood flow more efficiently. Now I also have some hydrocortisone cream and some Benadryl cream. So I talked about these in my first aid kit video, but I'll talk about these again. So the difference is because the hydrocortisone cream is a little bit more steroidal, I would use this more for a condition like psoriasis or eczema. The Benadryl cream I would use more for like poison ivy, a bug bite, a reaction of some kind, like an allergic reaction to something. So that's why I have both of those. I also have some triple antibiotic ointment, which you can put on again before you like dress up a wound. Now, I also have an ACE wrap. This is a small one. This is from Dollar Tree, so granted, it's probably not gonna be like super heavy duty, but you can use that other rolled gauze to like splint a wrist or an ankle. I also have some hand sanitizer. I've got some ibuprofen, also got some Benadryl, as well as some aspirin, which can be used for pain relief, but also after repeating my BLS training and my ACLS training for work, I realized that this would be really important to have in a situation where maybe someone is potentially having a heart attack. So, you know, great for a headache and a heart attack. Why not? All right, guys, so that is pretty much it. That is in my emergency backpack. My backpack itself, I did weigh it the other day. With everything included, it is about 16 pounds, 15, 16 pounds. I went for a little jog in it. It wasn't difficult to carry at all. I feel like I have a pretty adequate amount of stuff in here. I can always add more. I have a little bit of room still, but like I said, eventually I would like to invest in a bigger bag. Obviously, every emergency kit looks different for everybody. It looks different for every couple or family or individual, and that's what makes them unique. But that's also why I wanted to make a video to show for you guys. If you have not seen my other emergency kit videos, including my first aid kit, my car emergency kit, and my home emergency kit, make sure to go check those out. I will be doing updated versions of those over the next couple of weeks and months. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this was educational and beneficial for you. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. But if you guys have any suggestions of things to add to my backpack, let me know, and I will see you guys next time.